Hi my lovely crafty friends, welcome back. I'm going to come back and do another page review. While I'm waiting for my friend to come back from visiting people. So I thought I'd just come on quickly and do another page review. So right, what we're going to do is create another belly band but going across the page instead of down the page. And the only problem is with creating a belly band that goes across the page, you need to, in case you put in a photo mat in there, you're going to need to put like a tiny little border or something across the bottom edge to use as like a tiny little pocket, just so the mats don't fall out when it's being held up, obviously. So what I've done is I've cut the paper. I've cut it 6 1/8 by 4 1/4. Okay, now I'm just going to use me pen and go around the edges of that. I decided to actually stick this straight down onto the page because I don't know as of yet what I'm going to be putting. I don't know whether to put a photo mat in it or just a journaling card, etc. God, it is so hot here today. Unbelievable. Work was unbearable. I couldn't wait to get in and strip off and jump in the shower. They do have aircon in work, but it really doesn't feel like it, the speed that you have to rush around and do things. Right, so let's put a bit of glue on there. And then I'll stick this straight onto our file page. And this can get tricky. As I said, most of the time you find yourself working upside down because you can't get these pages out of the way as such. But as long as you stick it, so you make sure you've got that border around each edge. Get your bone folder thingy and give it a good push down. Oh, let's get another baby wipe out. These baby wipes are getting a bit soggier now as I get nearer to the bottom of the packet. Sometimes it's worthwhile just leaving it out for a few seconds and, you know, before you actually use them, let the worst sort of dry off. Otherwise you end up smearing it all over your paper everywhere. Right, so that's now stuck in there like that. Then what I've done here for the belly band, I cut a strip of card 1 inch wide, and it is, I have cut it at 4 7/8, and then I've scored it at sort of 2/8 either end for the flaps to fold it over. Okay, so that's going to be like that. I need to put the pen back in there so it saves my page. Right, then what I'm going to do is find roughly the halfway mark on this. Right, so if that's there, then I need to go to so roughly about there is halfway. Right, I have cut 2 smaller die cuts, these ones. Okay, I've cut 2 of those, and obviously we need them to go on here. Now I don't know if these do actually fit. I didn't try them to begin with, and they do actually fit right to where the creases are, so I'm just going to stick that straight onto there like so. Taking my glue Placing a bit of glue across the bottoms of these. I'm trying to get this straight across there. Come on, don't play games with me. Like so. Give it a push down. I'm going to turn it round and do the same with this one. Glue across there. And then doing exactly the same to line it up there, like so. Give that a push down, like so. Okay, you've now got that. Kind of looks like a doily, doesn't it? A little bit. And then got my strip of paper to go across the middle. I'm just going to quickly go around the edges of that with my black marker. I'm going to be making some storage some storage boxes to go in my craft room, just so I've got some little boxes to put templates and, you know, bits and pieces, tags and stuff like that I need. So I will be drawing out some sizes of card and then covering them all to make them into boxes, etc. So if you ladies would like to see me creating them, then let me know and I will see about doing a tutorial on them. Let's get that kind of central on there. Careful, Donna, don't want to rip your die cut apart. Okay, so then you've got that. Again, I know it's difficult to see because I like to wear dark colours. I should hold it up against a piece of white or something. There we go, so you've got that. And then I'm just going to tuck my flaps in on each end. And then putting this back in over here, I'm going to just kind of estimate roughly where halfway is, or you can have it slightly up a little piece because you're going to need to put a little border bit across the bottom here. So I think that looks okay just there. So I'm going to stick this in. I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not kind of measuring out halfway. You can kind of see with your eyes, you know, roughly where it's straight. I mean, you've got the edges of these papers that meet the edge of the paper that's stuck down, and the same on this side as well. So no, you know it's going to kind of be straight and meet up with those edges anyway. Okay, so then you're going to have that. Okay, it's quite pretty. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a strip of black card, and I want it to be the same width, which is 4 1/4. So I'm just going to cut a tiny little strip of card. I need my pen to go in there just so that can set properly. Right. So how wide do we want it? I've got another piece here we can use. Let's take it to, I'm not sure if 1/2 inch is going to be thick enough. Right, I'm going to do 3/4 of an inch, I think. Yeah, roughly 3/4 of an inch, because you don't want it too thick, obviously, to go across the bottom. You just need a little border to stop whatever you're putting in there slipping out the bottom. Okay. And then I wanted it 4 1/4. I'm not going to put a little tuck on each end of this. I'm just going to glue the very edges down to the paper. Okay, so I've got my little strip. I'm moving that out of the way. I'm going to get my Martha Stewart punch. Okay. And I'm just going to punch this all out. Across here. It shouldn't take 2 seconds because it's only a tiny little strip, obviously. Like so. Okay. And then moving that back out of the way. I'm getting rid of the scrap pieces. Like so. And then I bring this back in, like so. And then just using a bit of glue, I'm just going to literally glue right on that very, very edge. Right on the very, very edge at the bottom. And on that side. Okay, so make sure it is the very, very edge, because obviously you want it to just act as like a tiny little, it is like a tiny, tiny little skinny pocket as such, but it's just like a little shelf space really, just to stop your cards or whatever you're going to put into that pocket falling out the bottom ends, really. Okay, so that is on there, you see, and then that top edge acts as like a little lip as such. So when you put your card through there like that, you've got your little lip there, so it's not going to fall out the bottom of the page. Okay, so you should have something that looks like that. Okay, if you think that looks pretty and you think, oh, you know, I wouldn't mind putting that at the top edge of the page or something, then go for it. You know, put a border at the top and at the bottom, and the bottom one could just act as a little shelf space to stop whatever falling out. Okay, I might stick a flower in the middle of that with a leaf coming out of each edge. So let's have a look, shall we? Have we got something pretty we can punch out for our flower? Let's see, something with a bit colour. That's kind of pink and white, so we'll go with that. Again, we need our famous mat, and we're going to need a black centre. I have a tiny bit of card here that I can just punch one of them out on. Oh, we need to change pens because I need my black one to Go around the edge of my flower. Definitely tell it's a Saturday here today. Screaming kids everywhere, noise everywhere, and it's so lovely during the week, you know, peace and quiet until the kids come home from school. Put that back on there for a second, because if that dries out, I'm going to need to redo it. It's my little tool, flower making tool. You can make other flowers, you know, for your journal or whatever you like. This is just my go-to easy type flower punch. I do have luxury dyes and things that make flowers, but it's all time consuming, and all I want is a tiny little one. I don't want a great big thing that is going to be too bulky on there. Alright, so move my pen out of the way. I'm just putting this back in here. I'm just going to put dot glue on there, like so. And then I'm finding the centre, like that. Push that down. And then tiny dab of glue in the middle. I've got my tweezers to pick my flower centre up. Like so. And then I need to cut a couple of leaves. I'll take that one and that one. There's little ones from the top of the die. I think these are quite good as well. If you can see that, it's like a branch. You'll probably make a tree out of all them if you saved them. And just kind of put them all together to make a little tree. Let's put that on there. And I'm going to put a little dab of glue on the back of that one. There's that. There. Get that little push down. You could do after, because you don't want flat back pearls and things in there unless you've got tiny little ones, you know, like nail making gems or something to go in there, which I have, but again it just adds to the thickness. If you've got you know, like some glitter glue or anything like that, or maybe even a marker like that, like a silver marker or something, and just put a dot in the middle of your flower, which will just brighten it up a little bit, I suppose. Then you could do that. There you go. Just adds a little bit of shape and prettiness to the page. Okay, so hope you like that one, guys, and I will be back again soon with our next page. Okay, so love to you all, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye for now.